Philippine Information Agency, Kapihan, Zamboanga. Sharing with you timely, accurate, and relevant information regarding government programs, projects, and activities. Catch us every Thursday at 4 p.m. on eMedia.
Buenos dias, Zamboanga. Welcome sa PIA Kapihan na Zamboanga sa SM City Minpro. Hatid ng Philippine Information Agency, Mindanao Communicators Network, SM City Minpro, MCTV, and eMedia. We are live via PIA Western Mindanao Facebook page and other government agencies' Facebook pages. Also PRO9, The Northern News Flash, 1TV Philippines, ISA TV Channel 17, PCH Cable TV, and via cable televisions in Zamboanga City via Mindanao Cable Television and eMedia. Happy Kapihan po muli sa lahat nating mga viewers. Ngayong linggo po, pag-uusapan po natin muli ang mga important discussions that will help you make more informed decisions wherever you are. Ngayon, buwan ng Nobyembre ay ginugunita natin yung ating National Children's Month celebration. That's why we want to talk about more on our children's rights, yung ating mga programa para sa ating mga kabataan, sa ating mga bata dito sa ating lipunan. And with that, we have a very special guest po para sa ating episode. We have a guest from the Regional Alternative Child Care Office in Region 9. Makakasama po natin ang kanilang officer in charge. We have Ma'am Jaylene de la Cruz Sahipa.
Isang mapagaragang umaga po sa lahat.
Magandang araw po. Ikinagagalak po namin makasama kayo ngayong araw and to talk about all your programs po sa ating opisina. Siguro first of all po, can you provide po yung ating overview kung ano po ba yung Regional Alternative Child Care Office dito sa Region 9? O ano po yung ating mga programa?
By virtue of the Republic Act 11642 or the Domestic Administrative Adoption and Alternative Child Care Act, the National Authority for Child Care as attached agency to the Department of Social Welfare and Development Office has now this exclusive and full jurisdiction pertaining to child's welfare when it comes to domestic administrative adoption, intercountry adoption. Now, the NACC has its counterparts in all regions, which now called the Regional Alternative Child Care Office. So in our region, we have this Regional Alternative Child Care Office 9, of which the services facilitate the petition for certification declaring a child legally available for adoption, particularly for those minor children, and also facilitate petition for domestic administrative adoption that includes now the relative adoption, adult adoption, step-parent adoption, and I think I've mentioned the regular adoption, and also the foster care that includes the kinship care and other alternative child care that includes the residential care, and as well as the rectification of simulated birth. Now, down to the regional, so the RACO also provided this pre-adoption forum to all prospective adoptive parents and prospective foster parents, also providing counseling, not only to the prospective adoptive parents, but also to the biological parents of the child, including the child, and also building linkages and a partnership to CCA or the Child Caring Agency, to Academ, LGU, and the Local Social Welfare and Development Office.
So thank you very much po for giving us an idea. Ano po yung ginagawa, yung objective po ng ating opisina. And I'm sure sa mga nanonood po ngayon, this is our chance to introduce to them yung sa mga interested for child adoption, sa mga gustong mag-adopt. At syempre, mabigyan din ng pamilya yung ating mga bata po na nangangailangan po ng kanilang permanenteng pamilya po dito sa regional. And with that po, kumusta po yung status ng ating adoption naman? Dito, adoption program natin in Zamboanga Peninsula, and ano yung mga challenges po natin so far sa promoting po, sa pag-promote ng ating programs?
So the status of adoption in our region, in fact, we have these significant numbers, as we have this 23 petition already endorsed to a central office. That's for the Sidiclaa. That's exclusively for the child. And we have 20 petitions for adoption already endorsed to central office and requesting the same for the issuance or the approval of the adoption. Now, the challenges confronted by the agency, knowingly that considering the period of implementation from the enactment of the law in 2022. So there is a need to continually orient the stakeholders, particularly the local social welfare and development office, LGUs, and other key partners about the benefits of the law. Lalong-lalo na under this Republic Act 11642 na naging administrative na yung process. So may mga konting pagbabago from the previous processing of the adoption now in this administrative. So isa po yun sa mga challenges na that has to continually introduce with them about the law. And on the part naman of the prospective adoptive parents, some of those encounter challenges of disclosing of their true relationship with the child. So dito sa pre-adoption forum, as I have mentioned earlier, na nagbibigay din po doon ng lecture and tips on how to disclose their true relationship to the child, especially under the new law. Before the child reaches the age of 13, ay dapat alam na nila yung kanilang true relationship. And other challenges na na-encounter is that the securing of the documentary requirements, but that's already part of that has to comply with.
So far po ba, follow up to that, gaano po katagal yung process for the legal adoption? Kasi baka isa din ito sa mga challenge no sa ating mga interested parents who wants to adopt na baka matagal, kaya they opt to mag-adapt na lang na hindi dinadaan sa tamang proseso.
We have two different timelines for that, particularly if the child has to declare for Sidiklaan. So it has to go through for 6 months processing of that petition. And when it comes to filing of petition, for as long as that petition already filed at the RACO, then that will count until 9 months. That 9 months includes endorsing of the petition to the central office. Provided also that they will submit their documentary requirements at the RACO, yung kompleto na din. Kasi otherwise, if it is incomplete, so pabalik-balik, that will cost for another delay of processing of their petition.
Okay. So with that po, how do you ensure na yung ating Okay, so with that po, how do you ensure that yung prospective adoptive or adoptive parents or families natin fully equipped po to provide yung necessary care and support for the children?
So to ascertain the fitness of the prospective adoptive parents, okay, aside from they have to attend the pre-adoption forum, as that is the rightful venue for them to know about ano ba yung mga process na pagdadaanan nila. And once they were able to assess also themselves, so may mga interviews na gagawin si social worker, interviews to the prospective adoptive parents, interviews to the relatives and families of the prospective adoptive parents, and even gather collateral information for those who have also vouched to the goodness of the applicants. So aside from that, the documentary requirements also na isi-secure ng ating prospective adoptive parents, that will also suffice as to the condition and the qualification of the prospective adoptive parents. So after completing that requirement, so dadaan na naman sila sa prosesong personal appearance before the Regional Child Placement Committee. So doon tatanungin din sila, okay, why they wanted to adopt, but that's already down on their motivation why they wanted to adopt a child. So once the committee recommends for approval, and if like for example na-approve yung kanyang application, so that prospective adoptive parents have to wait for a child na may ma-match sa kanya. So kapag naman po may na-match na bata sa kanya, the RACO na will issue a pre-adoption placement authority that contains all the conditions na dapat ma-comply ng prospective adoptive parents for the period of 6 months. Okay, so meron po yung tinatawag na supervised trial custody. So doon po tinitingnan din through the handling social worker or kung sino yung kanilang contracted social worker na kumusta si bata doon sa placement ng prospective adoptive parents. So if the handling social worker na will recommend to file the petition for adoption, then that's the time the prospective adoptive parents will file now the necessary petition at the RACO. So talagang may mga prosesong pagdadaanan to really ensure na safe yung placement ng bata to this eligible prospective adoptive family.
Yung sinasabi po ninyong 6 months na monitoring po nating social worker, that yan po ay after na po ng approval ng kanilang adoption process or legal adoption process.
So the supervised trial custody will start after the placement of the child. So ibig sabihin nandiyan na po mape-place na po yung bata sa kanila. Okay, no? So nasa period of monitoring pa sila. Then after which, yes, that's for 6 months for the regular applicants. So after which, if the handling social worker now will recommend na to proceed in the filing, that's the time they will proceed with the filing of petition for adoption.
So, kung sakasakali po na hindi po i-recommend na ating social worker, no, after that 6 months period, nakita niya na parang hindi recommended, ano po yung gagawin ng RACO?
So if the handling social worker recommends of not pursuing, kasi depende yung sa magiging recommendation niya. Not pursuing, it's because still nag-a-adjust pa si adoptive parents and the child, or is it's not suitable or detrimental for the child to place to that prospective adoptive parent. So in that case, may mga case conference na mangyayari and for possible pull out the child. Since nasa supervised trial custody pa lang sila pace.
Pero so far po, may na-handle na po tayong ganun? Or so far po dito sa Region 9, successful naman po yung ating pag-placement po ng ating mga bata?
Yes. In Region 9, we have successful placement of children with their respective prospective adoptive parents.
That's good to hear po. I'm sure itatanong ko po sana kung yung ating pag-walkthrough po no, ng adoption process, na yung ating legal adoption process and yung potential families po na what to expect no from them na mga requirements and timeline. Pero since na-discuss nyo na siya ng maigi, in summary po ba, masasabi ba natin na mabilis lang yung process or hindi naman po mahihirapan yung ating mga adoptive parents?
For as long as first they will satisfy the requirements of the law and they will fully cooperate in complying all the requirements, then therefore mabilis po yun. No? Ang nakakaantala lang po dyan is kapag hindi kompleto yung requirements and there are information that is stipulated in the case study report. So yan po yung mga causes kung bakit binabalik at pinapaayos at pinapa-include ay yung mga necessary information na dapat nakapaloob doon sa report na gagawin ng isang social worker.
Sa ngayon po ba, meron pa po tayong mga bata na ready for adoption?
We all from the figure of 23 endorsed petition for Sidikla, ito po yung mga bata na dadaan sa proseso na officially or legally madeklara sila as free for adoption. At any time pwede po sila ma-place to those prospective adoptive parents na dumaan din sa prosesong personal appearance at na-approve ang kanilang application.
So, 23 po so far ngayon. And yung mga nag-a-apply po natin na adoptive parents or families, marami-rami naman po ba?
Yes, marami na din. It's because only for this year we have this 24. In fact, 24 petitions already endorsed to the central office and requesting to the National Authority for Childcare Undersecretary Honorable Janela Maria Hercito Estrada for the approval of the petition. So if in the event that will be approved, then the Undersecretary will issue an order of adoption.
That's good to hear. And then, ano po yung ating mga steps no so far ngayon na para mas ma-increase pa yung awareness ng ating mga taong bayan, ng public, para to know more about the legal adoption, no? For them to be also aware na merong mga ganitong programs at pwede po silang makapag-send din ng kanilang mga petition.
With that, ang ginagawa ng RACO is that aside from the regular orientation na nagbibigay, we also attend to the invitations of the key partners, LGUs, na maging resource person to discuss about the provision of the law. And at the same time, nagkakaroon din ng TV and radio exposure and as well as itong active na NACC and RACO Facebook page na andun din po yung advokasya ng about the law.
Ayun. So kapag meron po silang mga katanungan, of course, active yung ating mga social media pages. I'm sure we have website, ma'am, no? So they can visit po yung ating mga online platforms para po makapag-inquire at makita po yung kanilang mga programa. Ma'am, I mentioned earlier regarding our National Children's Month celebration. So far po, being a member no ng ating RCWC, the Regional Council for the Welfare of Children, can you share po yung ating mga activities, yung mga support po na ginagawa natin para po sa ikabubuti po ng ating mga bata?
For this incoming celebration, sabi nga, The Rock is already a member of the DSWDA Field Office 9 RCWC and as well as the RIACAT and as well as sa PSA ay miyembro na din po yung RACO 9. So, parte na din po this coming November that the RACO will join together with the DSWDRC, the RCWC on their advocacy, of which the RACO 9 will take part to provide orientation again about ano ba yung mga programs and services of the law, the Republic Act 11642 under the NACC and RACO 9. And aside from that, through the initiative and special program from the Office of the Executive Director, ay makakaroon din po ng gift sa isang child caring agency located at Dipolog, the Carmelite, ay magbibigay po ng kits ang NACC.
Thank you very much po. With that po, ano po yung ating mensahe no sa ating mga parents, possible po no na mga adoptive parents and families natin at sa ating mga bata po. Mensahe po natin before we end po the first part of our program.
So, before anything else, and the RACO 9 is very grateful na naging guest dito sa PIA Kapihan de Zamboanga or sa Zamboanga City. Yan. And my message to the public, particularly dito po sa ating adoptive families, foster families, we are very thankful that they were able to open their heart, their home to these children who are abandoned, neglected, surrendered, na hindi naman nila gusto na ito yung mangyari sa kanila. But we have this family who treated them as their own, and we really encourage more adoptive families and foster families to also open their heart at to share their blessings to these vulnerable children. Okay.
Thank you very much. Gaya nga po ng sabi natin, ma'am, no, na no child po deserves to be neglected. So lahat po sila ay dapat na masaya, naglalaro, no, kasama ang kanilang pamilya at may sariling tahanan. With that, maraming salamat po muli sa ating RACO Region 9 for having as one of our guests po this morning. But hindi pa po nagtatapos dyan. Kanina pinag-usapan natin about the adoptive no or adoption. But now po sa ating next part of the program, pag-usapan naman natin kung ano yung ating foster care program from the RACO pa rin. So later on po yan, wag po kayong aalis. Once again, maraming salamat po kay Miss Jaylene de la Cruz Sahipang, OIC po ng Regional Alternative Child Care Office po dito sa Region 9. Wag po kayong aalis, magbabalik po ang Kapihan na Zamboanga.
Isipin mo ang isang mundo kung saan bawat babae, bata, dalaga, at lola ay malayang nabubuhay ng walang takot.
Sa kasamaang palad, malayo pa sa ganitong katotohanan ang hinaharap ng maraming kababaihan sa Pilipinas dahil patuloy pa rin nilang nararanasan ang iba't ibang uri ng karahasan.
Ikaw, ano ang magagawa mo para sila ay maprotektahan? Ang Philippine Information Agency ay kaisa sa 18-day campaign to end violence against women na naglalayong magbigay boses sa kababaihan at labanan ang anumang uri ng pang-aabuso.
Paalala ito na ang bawat isa sa atin ay may kakayahang maging bahagi ng pagbabago upang matulungan silang mamuhay ng walang takot at diskriminasyon.
Simulan natin ang pagbabago ngayon.
Sa bawat aksyon at suporta, sama-sama tayong magtaguyod ng isang ligtas at makatarungang mundo para sa ating mga kababaihan.
Let's end POW!
Nagbabalik ang PIA Kapihan na Zamboanga sa SMC Team Mean Pro. Makakasama pa rin po natin from the Regional Alternative Child Care Office po. Makakasama natin si Ma'am Sherhana Jamao, Social Welfare Officer po. Magandang araw po.
Isang mapag-arugang araw po, ma'am.
Magandang araw, ma'am. And ngayon po, like kanina napag-usapan natin yung about po sa legal adoption. Now we will talk about alternative childcare. Ano ba itong alternative childcare or foster care? Can you tell us a little bit about this po? And then ano po yung goals and priorities natin para po ma-address din itong ating needs on alternative childcare in the region?
Yung alternative childcare po, ito po yung pagpa-place po natin sa bata sa foster families na temporary po. Ito po yung main goals po natin is to ma-ensure po yung reunification sa birth family. And of course po, i-consider po natin pag-explore po natin sa community, sa relatives po ng mga bata. And yung main goal po talaga is ano po yung permanency plan po natin sa mga foster children.
So, yung for our foster families po, hanggang ilang buwan po allowed or ilang buwan po natin sila pwedeng ipatira no, sa kanilang foster family?
Yung ano po, sa foster care, meron po tayo 6 months to 1 year. Pero dahil po, ina-assess pa rin po natin kung kailangan po na magstay pa rin po sila sa mga foster parents po natin.
So, if that's the case po at na-assess po ng ating social welfare officer na hindi pa rin siya parang hindi pa allowed no or hindi pa pwede. Oo. Yes. Paano po 'yun?
Ina-assess po natin si foster parents kung capable pa po sila na magstay yung bata po doon. Kung makita po natin na capable pa rin po, doon pa rin po yung saan po yung bata sa foster family.
Regardless of the age po ito ng bata?
Yes po.
Okay. So how do you coordinate naman, ma'am, sa ating mga local government units natin and other stakeholders no para ma-ensure natin na yung best outcome para sa mga bata?
Si Rako Social Worker po, monthly nagkakandak po ng monitoring. And then, may mga cases po tayo outside Zamboanga City. We constantly communicate with the LSWDOs. Nagkakandak din po tayo ng case conference para kamustahin yung mga bata na nasa munisipyo po under foster care.
So ngayon po, so far, we would like to know na yung ating data. Ilan na po yung mga bata under the foster care program?
Na ngayon po, as of now, may 40 children placed po tayo. Yes po, 40 placed under foster care. For Zamboanga City po, may 23 po tayo. For Zamboanga del Sur, may 5 po tayo. Zamboanga del Norte, may 12 po tayo na children placed po sa kanila.
So lahat po ito nakatira ngayon sa mga foster families
Yes po.
nila. So if you're a foster family, pwede ka bang mag-alaga ng more than one?
Hanggang 3 children po tayo.
Okay, so
Pwede
pwede.
mag-alaga po.
Okay, so with that, paano po natin pinipili no yung ating mga foster families or paano po mag-send din ng petition yung ating foster family that they want to be part of the program?
Same with the adoption, may standard requirement din po si foster care. Same po na kailangan po nila mag-submit ng mga requirements such as NBI or medical evaluation to determine po na fit po sila to take care of the child. And syempre po yung assessment ng ating social worker, nag-conduct po ng collateral interviews.
So, yung process naman po natin, gaano po siya katagal? Matagal rin po ba or short time lang?
Short time naman po when it comes to foster care kasi magsasabit lang po sila ng requirements po sa atin and then bababa po si social worker to conduct home visit and then i-represent po natin sa Regional Child Placement Committee during the RMC po natin or Regional Matching Conference. Kung na-approve naman po, yun, madali lang po yung process po ng foster care. Opo.
And then ma'am, paano po may meron ba tayong regular monitoring no para ma-ensure natin na yung children's rights protected pa rin, lalong-lalo na kasi 'di ba ipapaubaya natin sila sa mga foster family. So paano natin minomonitor itong mga welfare po ng ating mga bata?
Sabi ko po kanina na si Rako po, social worker, nagkakandak po ng monthly monitoring po sa kanila. Opo. With coordination din po sa ating mga local social welfare and development officers po natin.
So pwede rin pong mag-decide no si Rako or yung ating mga social welfare if hindi na or dapat nang i-pull out yung ating bata.
Yes po. Opo.
Or ilipat. Okay. And then ano po yung ating mga support system na in place naman po para sa ating mga bata who are transitioning no from foster care to institutional care or to adoption. May mga ganitong cases ba na hindi na sila na reunite sa kanilang parents or birth family?
Yes po, may mga cases po tayo. Yung primary intention po talaga natin is yung intention po ng family, foster family, to adopt yung foster children po natin. Lalo na po yung nasa long-term foster care placement. And then, yung ano din po, na yung NACC po kasi nga ay nagkaroon po ng partnership with TESDA para magbigay po ng scholarship program sa ating mga with disabilities na foster children and yung for aging out po.
Ayun. So, pwede pala ganong
Yes
in
po.
any case, may ganon. So far ba may ganong case na tayo sa Region 9?
Yes po. Before po kasi natin mapa-adopt, o tawag po doon ay foster adopt, so yung bata po natin, ina-assess po natin yung birth family if hindi na po talaga capable to take care of the child. And yung intention po ng foster family is to adopt talaga yung foster child, pwede po, through foster adopt.
Oh, that's good to hear din po, no? But ngayon, ano naman yung programa natin para sa mga bata? Para ma-address din yung kanilang mental health, emotional needs. Kasi syempre, mga bata, no, hindi pa nila alam ano yung nangyayari. So, paano natin sila dahan-dahan na nabibigyan ng, care?
Yun po yung sa with help with the eligibility o si pagmamonitor po sa kanila. And now po, nagkaroon din po ng partnership, magkakaroon po si NACC ng memorandum with psychologists dito sa Region 9 para yung mga bata po na kailangan mag-undergo ng psychological assessment or evaluation, dadaan na po sa psychologists natin within Region 9.
So far naman po ngayon, may mga bata pa ba tayo na open pa for foster care?
Yes po, may mga bata po tayo. Nagkakandak po tayo ng case conferences sa mga centers po natin sa Region 9 na capable or pwede na pong i-place sa foster family.
So far, ilan po?
So far po nakapag-conduct po kami ng case call with BDSK. May 4 na children po tayo na pwede na pong ilagay sa foster families.
So ano po yung ginagawa natin para ma-raise yung awareness na sa ating mga families that are watching, sa mga parents na willing or may intention for the program, itong foster care program?
Pwede po silang bumisita sa RACO office regarding para ma-orient po namin regarding sa foster care, ano po yung mga programs and services po ng RACO 9.
Meron po ba tayong mga upcoming programs naman or initiatives from the office na nag-i-aim po to improve yung ating alternative child care services in the region?
Opo, yung pag-conduct po natin ng 4th quarter pre-adoption foster care orientation and yung Philippine Foster Care Program po, ito po yung pag-engage natin sa LGU to signify to sign a memorandum with NACC. Etong MOA, ma'am, PFCP, is yung magda-develop po si munisipyo ng 10 foster parents within their municipality. Opo, ito po yung sa mga bata na needing special protection sa mga abuse po, neglected yung foundling natin na hindi po ilalagay agad-agad sa center. Opo, kasi alam namin yung last resort po natin is yung residential care. Mabigyan po sila ng chance na magkaroon ng familial home.
So ngayon po, marami naman po ba tayong mga na-handle na cases na nato-turn over because of yun nga may mga child abuse na experiences?
Yes po, actually po may 4 na po tayo ng munisipyo na napag-sign ng PFCP or Philippine Foster Care Program sa Region 9. So andun po, pag mga cases po na neglected, foundling, doon po muna nilalagay sa foster family.
Thank you very much, ma'am, na meron tayong mga ganitong program na naka-ready na yung mga ibang provinces natin and munisipyo na meron ng open agad na foster family to adopt just in case may mga biglaan na mga cases na ganito na may child neglection, may child abuse. Thank you very much po sa pag-share po ng ating mga programs po sa ating ngayon po sa ating programa. Any more message po para sa ating mga families, parents po na ngayon lang nila nalaman na may ganitong programa. So baka they are willing, they are opening their homes, their hearts po para dito sa ating mga bata. So ano po yung mensahe natin? Saan po sila pwedeng tumawag? Ano po yung process po na pagdadaanan nila?
So mga gusto pong mag-apply as for a licensed foster parents, pwede po kayong pumunta sa aming office. Located po siya sa SPDA Commercial Building, Barangay Zone 4, behind po ng LTO office. Doon po yung mga social workers po natin na equip po to explain yung process po ng foster care.
How about po sa ating mga provinces, ma'am? Sa mga from Zamboanga del Sur, Zamboanga del Norte, Zamboanga Sibugan.
Pwede din po silang lumapit sa ating mga LSWDOs, yung mga sa Local Social Welfare Development Office po natin. Equipped naman po sila kasi nakapag-conduct po kami ng orientation po sa kanila.
Thank you very much. Once again, we have Ma'am Shorhana Jamao, Social Welfare Officer 3 po ng RACO in Region 9. Maraming salamat po sa ating mga panauhin ngayong araw. Kanina po kay Ma'am Jaylene de la Cruz Sahipa, maraming salamat din po. Marami po tayong natutunan patungkol sa ating legal adoption process and of course sa ating alternative child care o yung ating foster care. Sana po sa ating mga manonood ngayon ay nabuksan po yung kanilang mga puso at kanilang mga tahanan para po sa mga batang nangangailangan po ng additional care po. Dahil nga ngayong Children's Month, gusto natin na ipalawak yung kaalaman patungkol po sa ating mga children's rights po. Na dapat yung ating mga bata ay masaya sa kanilang mga tahanan at hindi po neglected. With that, maraming salamat muli sa lahat ng ating mga viewers. Thank you sa ating mga panauhin ngayong araw. At magkita-kita tayo sa mga susunod pa nating episodes ng Kapihan sa SM. And of course, muchísimas gracias rin sa ating mga following sponsors. We have Blanca Kalintika Estetica Zamboanga, Dunkin, Penguin Zamboanga, Karimadon, and Camiseta, all available here at SM City Main Pro. Magkita-kita pa po tayo sa ating mga susunod na episodes at marami pa po tayong mga pag-uusapan po ng mga halagang programa at proyekto ng ating mga government agencies. Dito lamang po yan sa PIA Kapihan na Zamboanga sa SM City Main Pro. Muli po sa ngalan ng ating Presidential Communications Office Secretary Cesar Chavez, PIA Director General Catherine Chloe De Castro, and PIA Regional Head Ms. Noemi B. Edaga. Ito si Mayra Espinosa. Muchísimas gracias.
Philippine Information Agency, Kapihan na Zamboanga. Sharing with you timely, accurate, and relevant information regarding government programs, projects, and activities. Catch us every Thursday at 4 p.m. on eMedia.